Hello guys, welcome to my 127th live stream. Today is November 21st, and now The Walking Dead is over. Hashtag goodbye, The Walking Dead. It's over. The final episode, rest in peace, season 11, episode 24. It's over, guys. It's finally happened. I mean, the time has finally come. Yes, and this is going to be the final stream for The Walking Dead main show. Now, will I do more streams in the future? Of course, but in terms of week-to-week kind of thing, streams are not exactly going to be happening like this exactly per se, other than maybe the Rick and Michonne show. So, yeah, it's not going to be like a lot, you know. So, yeah, streams are going to be a little different. Rest in peace, The Walking Dead TV main show. Exactly. Good title. Good title. Agreed. 2010 to 2022. What a journey it's been. I'm sad to see it end. Hey, Brian, I was satisfied with the finale. I was satisfied too. I did have some nitpicks, but man, really good episode. Maybe the best in season 11. Maybe. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up? Hey, Henry. Glad you can make it. You are awesome. One thing I noticed was they hardly had any filler in the finale. Yeah, it was very fast-paced. Is the live stream going to start? Yes, it did. Hey, Josh, what do you think of the finale? I'm not going to lie, Brian, I was disappointed. Oh, okay. We got no, we are not talking about that character. DeRosa, you know he's dead, right? He's dead. He died back in Alexandria at the hands of the Commonwealth soldiers off screen. You know he's dead. Don't you need to do a series review stream too? Yes, I will, but that's going to be... I think I'm going to do that around Christmas or New Year's sort of thing. By the way, guys, hope the stream holds and all that, because, yeah, I don't want any issues. So, yeah, let's start inviting the chat over. Where am I? You haven't made a new community post in 3 weeks, Brian? Well, I've been busy, Josh. I've been really busy. I've had no time for things like that. Nah, but for real, it was an awesome series finale. This finale was a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I might give it an 8.5 out of 10. It was really good. But like I said, I did have some flaws. But what we got was really good. Hey, Epic. Glad you can make it.
So yeah,
go ahead.
This series finale, wow.
Yeah, it definitely delivered in a lot of my expectations, and it was well done. But there are still a few things that I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I kind of wish they could have did, like, you know what I mean? The CRM stuff they kind of left hanging, and so many characters' fates, like Oceanside, Scott, Virgil, and I'm like, you know what? They're just dead. They're just dead. Like,
well, I will applaud AMC. At least they showed Dog.
Yeah, I knew that. It's like they showed him for like 1 quick second. And it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I made that joke. It's like people are gonna riot if Dog doesn't, show up. Let me look this up. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Sorry, I have a bunch of videos on my tab. Darn it, where am I? Okay, here we are. Wiki says Scott is alive though, Brian. Really? Let me check. No, DeRosa. It says unknown. And you know how The Walking Dead is. If a character is unknown, it hasn't been seen for seasons, and if the writers forgot they existed, that character is dead. It's an unspoken rule in The Walking Dead. Do you think this episode is one of the best Walking Dead episodes ever? I don't know, Josh. That's kind of hard to say, but it was really good. I will admit that. And I'll tell you guys my pros and cons, obviously.
Like, I mean, this episode literally started out with a punch. Like, first, like, Jules... She's out for the count. We see her go down, then the next scene, Luke dies.
Yeah, that was like, that was kind of like a wow, moment because, like, to me, I'm just like, they're not gonna kill off anyone in the finale. You know what I mean? I was kind of giving that mindset, like, no one's gonna die. But then it's like, oh wow, they actually do some deaths. And with Jules dead, that's kind of like she's kind of like the last Oceanside character left now, like, or she was, and now there's no one left from Oceanside. So yeah, that whole community was completely pointless, and it's all gone now. So just pointed that out. But yeah, like Luke, I mean, like, I'm surprised Luke survived this long. I mean, it took 3 seasons, but someone from Magnus Group finally died. It's kind of crazy. A small moment, but I liked how Daryl and Negan nodded at each other in respect. Yeah, that was cool. It's crazy that Jules and Luke died just after coming back. I mean, to be fair, Josh, like, listen, Dan Fogler, he's a talented actor, but I'm just gonna say it. He was not loyal to The Walking Dead, so to me, AMC was probably like, okay, we're probably never gonna get Luke back ever again. Let's just kill him off, because all the characters that survived The Walking Dead main show, they're probably gonna be in the spin-offs in some shape or form. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like we're gonna see Ezekiel again. I feel like we're gonna see Eugene again, like all this stuff. Yeah. But like Luke, I don't think we're ever gonna see him again after this episode, so it kind of makes sense to kill him off. Because the actor is doing other stuff. Rosita's death was sad, but it was a good death. Yeah, I also think it was a good death. I wish it wasn't Rosita though. I wish she didn't die, because I like that character a lot, but and I really didn't want Coco to become an orphan, but it's like, yeah, it's just, but we did need a death. What if Rick is General Beale? He's not General Beale, DeRosa. He's not. That makes no sense. Eugene is the only season 4 character left. That's mind-blowing. Yeah, it kind of is. 1 second, guys. I'm going to let the chat go forward. Epic, can you give me a few minutes, and I'll get back to you. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, there's just so much with this episode. There's so many videos. There's so many theories. There's so many characters' fates open. There's so many reactions. It's just, oh boy. It's understandable though.
Like, one thing I'll admit, the scenes I loved about I loved all the scenes between Negan and Maggie.
Yeah, those were really good. I really don't. We finally got Negan saying, like, hey, I'm sorry. And this was good writing. When Maggie's saying, I can't forgive you, but I don't want to hate you anymore. And that's exactly how the fans are. Where we're like, yeah, like, we don't want to hate Negan either, per se, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, but like with Glenn, that's still never going away. Like, it's like, just so you know.
Yeah, the fact that Maggie literally describes that when I look at you, I see the bat coming down on his head, and I see the blood coming down. That's brutal.
Yeah. Let me just read the chat real quick. Wick Myers, I said Rock, Brian, LOL. Not Rick. Oh, well, I thought you just misspelled it. Like, why would The Rock be General Beale? DeRosa, The Walking Dead cannot afford The Rock. And two, General Beale is white. He has a white son. Like, Mason from World Beyond. It's not gonna work. Rosita died because the actress that played her said the fans deserve one more major character death. Do you think that was a good decision? Matt DeRosa. Are you asking them? Oh, hey, Matt. Thanks for coming. Are you sad the series finale only had 3 deaths? I mean, I definitely think it should have had more character deaths. Like we should have had like 5 or 6. Like, make it brutal. And we should have had like several deaths back in season 10 and stuff, but it's whatever. Still having 3 deaths, like it's like, okay, one minor, one notable, but still kind of minor, and then one like huge, and it's like, okay, I think that's pretty good. I was happy to see my boy Lance as a walker. Yeah, he didn't do anything though, sadly. The guy talking to Rick in the helicopter end, was that supposed to be General Beale? I don't think so, Henry. General Beale would not be flying a helicopter to catch Rick. He would have people do that. Were you shocked when Judith finally told Daryl what happened to Michonne? Not really, Josh. She was so injured and she talked very low. Daryl's reaction, I kind of, didn't. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that surprising, I guess, to him. What if Mason is adopted? General Beale could be anyone. No, I don't like that, Henry. I'm sick of The Walking Dead always doing this parent has an adopted kid. I'm sick and tired of it. Like, for once in The Walking Dead, can't a father and son or a parent and child be like blood? Because like The Walking Dead has so many adopted kids, it's insane. This definitely didn't feel like the end. We got so much story left. Yeah, we still didn't get an answer on Oceanside or CRM. They still really left those open, I guess. Yeah. You want to say something, Epic?
No, how did you, like, I know this was one of your fears, but how did you react when you saw Daryl riding away on his motorcycle?
I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it. Daryl riding off on his motorcycle. I knew that was going to happen. And I love how Daryl, I love how the Commonwealth no longer has gas anymore, and just like Daryl has a bike. It's like, of course. Let's see, 4 deaths if you count Walker Lance. I don't count Walker Lance. This definitely didn't feel like it. I guess Pamela got Sebastian's comic fate. Yep, she can rot in jail for all I care. Suck it, Pamela. Like, she got what, I mean, I would have killed her, but that's still really good. Rest in peace, Rosita Espinosa.
Like Negan kind of had a point when he said, like, this is worse than death.
Kind of, but it's one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't do it personally, But it's the characters can do it. It's fine. It's a story. And plus it fits the comic. Pamela honestly wasn't that intimidating. Yeah, she wasn't. She really wasn't. I don't know how she had that much power. Oh yeah, okay, so guys, so in the episode, so we have Daryl. Okay, so as far as like flaws I had with the episode, this is one of them. Daryl comes into the Commonwealth Hospital and he's like, somebody help me, this and that. There's nobody around. He puts Judith down, and then all of a sudden Daryl just is knocked out. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Daryl has the biggest black eye I have ever seen him ever have. He got injured. He had a bandage on his forehead. He had a concussion. And he just takes off the bandage like no problem. And I'm like, what happened? Are you seriously telling me that Daryl, the mighty Daryl, the god of the Walking Dead universe, was knocked out off screen by a Commonwealth soldier? I don't buy that. Not one bit.
One thing I don't buy is how Daryl, somehow Daryl giving his blood to Judith saves her, even though they're not even They're not even related. I don't buy that either.
Well, actually, Epic, that's very possible. So, in the Walking Dead comic book series and in my own Walking Dead Extinction series, a character gives blood to another character because they're O negative. If you have O negative blood type, that means you can give to any person, even if you're not related to them. O negative is a rare blood type. It means you can give to people who have AB positive, AB negative, A positive, B positive, whatever. O negative basically means you're a universal donor. You can give to whoever, and there's no consequences. But I'm sorry, I want to talk about this really quick. Man, I wish Walker Dead was here to maybe laugh. But okay, when Daryl gives his blood to Judith, I didn't think of, oh, Judith, you're gonna be okay. No, what I thought of was, I thought of two things. One, Judith is gonna become a super soldier now, because let's remember, Daryl is a god in The Walking Dead, so his blood is now inside Judith's. So that's a super soldier formula if you think about it. So Judith's gonna become like 8 times stronger now. That's one of the things I thought. And the other thing I thought was, oh, Daryl, great. You just gave Judith all your diseases and stuff. Just I'm sorry, but I thought about that and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I had a kick out of that. Like story wise, that's fine, but I don't know. I just found that funny. It's my own personal joke. I love teasing, with Daryl. But yeah. Oh, poor Judith. And she just got Daryl all of whatever Daryl has, and let's remember, Judith is unvaccinated. So, she was born in the apocalypse. So yeah, I'm kidding. Well, not really, but I'm having fun. This is all about having fun. Okay. Let's see. How did Rosita not get eaten when she fell? Plot armor, Josh. Sadly, she used the last bit of plot armor she had. Honestly, they have all those guns, but they used all their gas and destroyed a lot of the Commonwealth. I mean, that's a good point, DeRosa. But here's the thing. I really like the explosion. That was really good. Why didn't we see Negan's kid after the 1-year time jump? I don't know, Henry. I feel like they shouldn't have done the 1-year time jump. I don't really get the point of it. It just feels like, wait, why do a time jump? I don't know, because, Daryl leaves, I don't know. They could have also just let all the walkers away. It'd be funny, DeRosa, they could have called the other branches of the Commonwealth for reinforcements, but they didn't do that either. Daryl's bandage was pretty cool, looked like Kenny, kind of. Yeah, but then Daryl takes it off. Daryl has that blood type, it's a real thing. Yeah, exactly. Daryl has O negative. Doesn't matter if they're related, all that's needed is they have the same blood type. O means you can give to anyone. That's the type of blood type you receive to anyone's. When Daryl said we ain't The Walking Dead, I was like, yes, someone said it. Yeah, I didn't expect that, Josh. That was pretty cool. Did you care when Luke and Jules died? I was kind of sad, and I was kind of like, oh man, like, I didn't hate those characters. Like, I didn't hate them, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I did ask for deaths, so it was one of those things.
Like, me personally, I was more sad for Rosita.
Yeah, Rosita's was very sad. Hey, Chosen, that CGI explosion must have been what they spent the budget on. Probably, Josh. But man, that was a good explosion. Like, that was really good. I screamed when here's the thing though, the Commonwealth was not burned to the ground. It was just the estates. And only 1% of the Commonwealth's population live in the estates. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. And here's the thing, too, is a lot of people don't notice, but the Commonwealth does not actually have 50,000 people. The Commonwealth has 10,000, but they just have these other branches and other communities that Pamela just doesn't, she doesn't interact with these other communities that have other thousands of people. But she once again says like, oh, I have 50,000 people on my hands. It's like, Pamela, no, you don't. You have 10,000. You don't do anything for these other communities in the Commonwealth, that are like a lot that are allied with you, sadly we never got to see them, like Greensville and all that, but yeah.
Like, technically we did get 5 deaths in this episode because during we not only Luke and Jules and Rosita, but like we also see 2 red shirts get killed by walkers.
Yeah, man, those poor red shirts. I think one of them was that woman that gave Maggie the box in episode 23 when they were loading up, and I'm like, dang it, I kind of liked her, I'm like, they actually give a background character something to do in the series, and it felt organic, and then it's like, oh, nah, she got killed, darn it. Let's see, we didn't see Annie in the episode. Yeah, I don't know, Annie's probably alive, though. Lance was the coolest looking walker since Simon. Yeah, a lot of people said we were going to see Simon as a walker. It's like, do you know what season we're on? Hated the way Daryl said they aren't the Walking Dead. He ruined it. It's Daryl Chosen. He's a god. He can do whatever he wants. Gabriel was a beast in this episode. Yes, I agree, Josh. I know I rant about Gabriel about like how he should have died like his comic self, and I still think that. But his arc this episode, that was good. I loved how he told Pamela and everyone around him. He's like, we're letting those people in the gates. I will kill anyone who tries to stop me. I love that. That was such a good moment. I'm like, yes. Um, when our group saved those people at the gates, I was like, yes, thank you. Like yes, like this is good. Um, it's hilarious that the show had what Lance did to Oceanside left ambiguous. Yeah, that's the budget, Henry. That's simply the budget. Red shirts don't count. Yeah, they really don't, Josh, sadly. Yeah, I don't really count red shirts as deaths. I mean, how many Commonwealth soldiers have we lost? Like hundreds? And they don't really, yeah. But yeah, then we get Luke's death. He gets bitten, and man, what a good scene. Like, like finally, somebody in Magna's group died, And I get it, we just got Luke back, but it's like, listen, somebody had to die from the group. Like, somebody just had to, It's just simply simple as that. Okay, let me see. Darn it, where's the chat? Do you think Rosita's TV death's better than her comic death? I don't know, Josh. I still feel like maybe the Pikes in the show needed more deaths, but I do think this was a little bit better than Andrea's comic death, because it didn't feel, I don't know, it felt right in a way, somewhat, but I still wish Rosita survived. People are saying this is the best episode of the show. It was good. Hold on, Epic. But I wouldn't say it's top 10. Yeah, I don't know, Chosen. It's good, but like I said, there's flaws. They don't address Oceanside, the CRM, like countless characters' fates are left up in the air. And yeah, I don't know. Thoughts on the ending with Rick and Michonne? Very good, Josh. I kind of wanted. Oh yeah, speaking of that, guys, look at Michonne's outfit. Okay, can we get a hashtag Wakanda forever? I'm sorry, but Michonne like literally comes back. I literally saw Black Panther 2 like Friday night, and I still have it in my head. I'm like, my goodness, man. Denai Guerrero, she is still in that Wakanda. Role, if you think about it. Yeah, go ahead, Chosen. You wanted to say some. Sorry, Epic.
No, I just wanted to say that, like, how did you feel? How did you react when you saw that Rick was wearing a CRM jacket?
That was cool. I was hoping he would be wearing a uniform, like military, but that was still really cool.
I wonder how he got it though.
Wait, what? How he got it?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious that he was given the same job as Silas or somebody. In the World Beyond. Silas from World Beyond. But the thing is, though, this is weird. The guy in the helicopter called Rick a consignee. What does that even mean? I don't know what it means. It means an agent for something. But I'm like, why is he an agent? Nobody called Silas a consignee. And I'm thinking, like, I don't get it. Why is Rick valuable to the CRM? Because he tried to escape here. So something is not adding up. Okay, let me read the chat. Why were the citizens at the gate so dumb? Couldn't they literally go anywhere and be safe? Like there were like 50 to 100 zombies. Well, Chosen, you've forgotten. Anytime we see a group of people or zombies in the world of The Walking Dead, if it shows 50 or 100, you know it's 50 to 100,000. You know that it's just simply the budget. But as far as why couldn't the citizens go around, well, the thing is that I believe the whole Commonwealth was surrounded by the dead, but that doesn't mean everyone died. It just means that everyone hid in their houses and on the rooftops and stuff, and they were trapped. And the people, I don't know, because here's the thing, the estates might be at the very end of the community. I don't know how the layout of the Commonwealth works. I really don't. But the estates have a brick wall around them and the gates. So it's like a second wall and gates, if you think about it, in the Commonwealth. sort of thing. So, yeah, it could be something like that. The beginning was so intense and emotional. I loved it. They made me feel for Luke when Jules died, even though I don't care for. Yeah, I agree. I was kind of sad when Jules died, but like, because it's like, yeah, it's like I don't want anyone to, in a way, get eaten by zombies unless they're Jared. You know what I mean? Now that The Walking Dead season 11 is over, what's your overall thoughts on the season as a whole? I'm gonna say, Josh, it was better than season 10, but I don't know, definitely not better than season 9. I would say. Um, I don't know. I would say this was a mid-season. I would say this is a very mixed season, but leaning a little bit more towards the good side. But my goodness, was this season one of the like worst in terms of budget? Sadly. But yeah, I don't know what I would rank it. It's kind of hard to say. Michonne looks like she's from Middle Earth. Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you, Josh. Wakanda forever. Yeah, Denai cannot help it, man. She still has that fever for Wakanda, I guess. Do you watch any Walking Dead reactors who react to the show? If so, who's your favorites? I don't know, Henry. There's Bad Medicine. There's Knockbro Nations. There's hold on. There's Shook Earth Media. There's Seske says, she's, she's a sweet woman. There's Katie.
Nikki and Steven reacts.
Yeah, Nikki and Steven. I watched theirs, for the most part. Those guys and girls are my favorite. Did you see Zach Pope's and Movie Fusion's reactions to this episode? I don't think so, Josh. I don't think so. What is your rating for the final episode? I'm thinking 8.5 out of 10. I guess we're all wrong about the Commonwealth and Lance and Pamela. None of them knew about CRM. Who the heck was Lance talking to when he said alliances and stabilizing factors? Yeah, Henry, I'm not giving up. I think Angela King was simply too scared to address the whole CRM thing. But here's the thing. The Commonwealth definitely. Here's the thing. Didn't Scott Gimple say, we will find out if the Commonwealth and CRM know each other? And, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then he retracted his statement. So it's like, to me, that tells me, yeah, they do. They just don't want to get to it yet. And here's the thing too. The Commonwealth, let's remember, the Commonwealth get gasoline from the CRM because, you know what I mean? That's how they make like where else do they get gasoline? But here's the thing though. The Commonwealth is no longer going to trade with the CRM secretly because Lance and Pamela are out of the picture. So I just realized something. The Commonwealth is not going to have gasoline anymore for their vehicles and stuff. You know what I mean? They're not going to have any more cars. They're not going to have any more this because let's remember they used all their fuel to kill the herd. So yeah, like the Commonwealth does, at least, Pamela's Commonwealth. Not Pamela's, you know what I mean? The main Commonwealth. It's not going to have gasoline, like, ever again, probably. At least for a while. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, I still think there was a CRM connection, Henry. It's just, I think the show is just too chicken. Chosen says, it seems like a consignee is someone who receives something after someone sends it. But what would it be, Chosen? That doesn't make sense. So Rick receives packages of some sort. But what could it be? Would you consider season 11 a 7 out of 10? Yeah, something like that. Definitely better than, here's the thing, better than season 7, 8, and 10. But other than that, that's pretty much it, I think. Do you watch Talking Dead? I do not watch Talking Dead, Josh. I don't have the time. I have a family, a full-time job, and, my YouTube channel, my YouTube series. I just don't have time, like, at all.
Hey, Brian.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, like, how do you react during the scene when, like Negan said to Maggie, like, "Hey, I'm sorry for what I took from you, I took from your son." Like,
yeah, that was a good scene. Absolutely. That was a really good scene. I'm finally glad they did it. The only thing though is like, so then in the beginning of the Rochon show, the Nagy show, you're going to have Maggie and Negan trying to kill each other first episode. And I'm like, why? They made so much progress. Why? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I'm not watching Nagy or Daryl show. I'm not watching shows. I'm just not. The only show I'm going to watch next year is the Rashawn show. That is it. That's literally it. Like for Walking Dead for me. That's the only thing I'm going to be reviewing. If you guys ask me, I'm sorry, but if you guys ask me to review any of the other spin-offs, I will not, because I will just not be passionate about it. I don't want to waste my time. But here's the thing, though. If they have a catch, I will try to give certain episodes a chance. But they have to seriously have a great catch. And the Nagy Daryl show, they have to have some big catch for me to watch them. Because I don't want to see a show with Maggie and Negan trying to kill each other when they just made so much progress. And for Daryl, I mean, come on. He literally rode off on his bike. How is he going to get to France? That just sounds awful. I heard Gimpler King say that the ending was reshot. So what was the original ending supposed to be? Henry, I believe it was Carol getting on the bike with Daryl, like the 1C bike, which would have made the shippers crazy. And they just drive off kind of thing. Like, yeah, I think that's what happened. By the way, guys, since we didn't get to see Scott this episode and he didn't die, I will not be having that drink. And face cam, or you know what I mean, that face reveal. So yeah, and guys, don't blame me. This is on AMC, okay? All they had to do was kill off Scott on screen, but no, they killed off Scott off screen. So yeah, yep, guys, it just wasn't meant to be. All right,
but yeah, the scene in the house where the music was playing and they were all eating dinner, and that was a nice scene. I liked it.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Landslide, that song that was playing, I almost burst crying. I got so emotional. I'm like, they actually did it. They actually played Landslide. That song gets me so emotional. It's insane. I mean, seriously, it's just, I just can't. I just can't. They did it with the dinner scene, just like Negan mentioned in the past, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't. It's just too much. It's so awesome. I wish Glenn and Carl and, Rick and Michonne were there. You know what I mean? Like the OGs, but I still I'm like, oh, this is such a good scene. So
yeah,
good.
And to make matters sadder, Rosita, what happens to her,
Yeah, she dies.
Like when she says to Gabriel, "I just want this moment to last longer." Oh God.
Yeah, that's so sad. It's like, come on, like why? Rosita literally fought everything and she dies not getting a happy ending. She was there with all our characters for since season 4. She was there for almost the beginning of the show. She has fought and she doesn't get the happy ending. It's like, Rosita, rest in peace. She's in heaven with the other characters we lost, and that's so sad, man. But it's like, this is The Walking Dead, and I just wish though Rosita could have made it. Because me personally, like I said, Rosita, I would not have picked her to go, if I was writing it. But, geez. And here's the thing though, did Kristen Serratos, did she want to leave the franchise? If she did, then I don't blame AMC, But if she said, I want to be the major character dev, I would be like, wait, you don't want to survive to the CRM? Because, yeah, here's the thing, though. The characters don't 100% know Rick's alive. Daryl has an idea, but they don't even know the CRM exists, and that's really disappointing, sadly. But, like I said, I guess I was expecting too much.
But yeah, because of Rosita dying, Eugene is officially the last remaining member of Abe's group.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a big group to begin with. You watch Talking Dead. The thank you section was beautiful. All the actors and actors saying thank you. It was amazing. I don't think I saw that, Josh. I might not have seen that. How would you rank all 3 parts of season 11? That's I would say C, B, and A from best to worst. 11A was definitely the worst half of the season. Maybe Rick receives the scientist stuff, like cure stuff, things they're working on. I don't think so, Chosen. Rick is not the cure. If he was, then they would have addressed that in World Beyond. But we know the CRM failed to make a cure or anything to slow down the reanimation process. So Rick is not the cure. There's no way. Did you see the trailer for Negan and Maggie episode? You mean the show? No, I did not, Henry. Like I said, I don't intend to watch the show, so, why would I watch the teaser? Joshua says the Dead City teaser was good, but I understand that you don't care about it, and I'm not trying to change your mind, so I respect your choice, Brian. Thank you, Josh. I just don't really see a point of it. Maggie is literally... Here's the thing, though. Maggie's happy with Herschel. They're at peace now. So why is she gonna go to New York? Why is she gonna abandon her child? She's gonna abandon Hilltop a third time? Like, come on. What is going on? I don't know. It's unfortunate Rick and Michonne won't ever get to see Rosita again when they come back. Yes, exactly. Like Rick and Michonne, they'll never find out Sadiq. No, okay, well, Sadiq, yeah. Well, Rick didn't know Sadiq died. But, Enid, Rick doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like, a bunch of characters Rick doesn't know. Michonne, though, the only major one is, Rosita. Like, I don't think they were close. They weren't close, but they were friends. You know what I mean? In that way. Face reveal, you have old vids with your face. That's true, Chosen, but the thing is, nobody watches them. Nobody goes back to my old videos. Except my good friend. But, I'm not gonna say who it is. He wishes to remain anonymous. Would you wear a Scott shirt? No, but I would burn a Scott shirt. Joshua says, Pamela getting arrested was a cool scene. Yeah, I was like, suck it, Pamela. Like, you're getting what you deserve. Imagine they played Easy Street. Oh, that'd be funny. Daryl will just flat out punch Negan, like, all of a sudden. Darl. Not sure what that means. Rosita's actress wanted her to die. So, was she gonna quit? You know what I mean? Like, was she just done with the role? Kind of thing? I don't know. It's just... Was it like a Glenn situation where it's like, yeah, I think it'd be, a cool way to die. But like with Glenn, I'm pretty sure Stephen Yeun just wanted a change with his character. But with Rosita, was there no way to keep her alive? Just wondering. It's unfortunate Rick and Michonne won't ever get... Yeah, I read that. Negan should mess with Daryl every now and then. Say, hey, Daryl, how are you? Are you on Easy Street? Yeah, dude, he's gonna punch him in the face. But it's not even his fault. That was Dwight. It's like... Yeah. Go ahead, Epic.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I saw Rosita fall into that horde of walkers, I thought they were just gonna straight up devour her, and I thought she was gonna die right then and there. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't blame you, Epic. That's a death. That's a full on death. Death. Like Glenn, like Maggie in episode 1. Of season 11, that is a death right there. Like, there's no way around it. But, Rosita pulled out the last plot armor card she had, but sadly, it was only like a half card, so... man. Yeah.
Still, during her actual death scene, I did get choked up a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright, let me read the chat. I'm falling behind. Oh, who's here? Oh, hey, Walker Dead.
What's on?
Hey, man, not much. I went to gym, and some things happened, but like I said, this was a really good episode, and I wish they could have addressed some characters' fates in the CRM, but, despite that, we got some great scenes. Maggie and Negan scenes, Pamela being arrested, the explosion, the deaths we got, and the dinner scene, oh my goodness, I was freaking out. I'm like, this is so good. Like, oh my goodness, the music, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the dinner scene, when, Rosita tells Gabriel, whispers to Gabriel that, she was bitten, obviously, and you can see her wipe a tear from her eye. And it cuts to Judith. Do you think Judith is, realizing what's going on with her?
I don't think she knew she was bit, but she probably saw that she was upset about something.
Hmm.
if I had to say. Hey, Walker Dead. So, did you hear that line that I mentioned about Daryl giving Judith his blood? How I mentioned how there's two things I thought of. Did you hear about that joke?
Yeah, I mean, I did get that joke a little bit. Like, it's so. But I mean, in regards to the series finale of the Walking Dead TV show, yes, I did say I was going to make an exclusive video giving my farewell in regards to the Walking Dead TV show. I mean, no promises. It might come out tonight or tomorrow night. I'm just giving you guys a heads up now. But in regards to what I thought, like, to give you guys my feedback of what I thought of the series finale of the Walking Dead TV show. I told that big, yes, it was decent. I do think it was decent. There were some pretty awesome scenes in there. Luke and Jules, their deaths were sad. I'm not gonna lie there. The final battle was good. Pamela getting arrested was good. The cameo with Rick and Michonne, to see those two again for final few minutes, that was pretty good. The dinner scene was pretty good. Negan and Maggie scenes were pretty good. Ezekiel and Mercer becoming the new leaders of Commonwealth, that was somewhat decent. I enjoy that. But I will admit this series finale could have been a little bit more better. I don't know, I don't know, like, what we got was good, but I don't know, a part of me wanted more of it,
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it could have been longer, maybe we could have gotten a few more depths, here and there. Sure, I will admit it could have been better, the series finale of the Walking Dead TV show could have been better, but what we got was somewhat decent, and I just can't believe the Walking Dead TV show is over, and because I remember, like, it was like during season 5, episode 1. I was watching the show for the very first time, and I saw Rick, Daryl, Glenn, Bob, and because it was during that time with the cannibals, and I'm like, what's going on? And I got interested in these characters, like, click, and I just got interested in the world and these characters, and I learned of the comics. That's when I slowly got into The Walking Dead, and I will admit, if it wasn't for my parents, I would never have gotten into the Walking Dead. I would have never got into the Walking Dead main show or the comics. I wouldn't be a Walking Dead fan if it wasn't for my parents, But going back to the series finale, I did enjoy it. However, I do believe in my heart I do believe there are some things that could have been done better. And sure, we could have gotten stuff better. But I mean, it is what it is. But and in regards to Rosita's TV show death, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest right here, right now. In my opinion, Rosita should have lived. Instead of Rosita, I feel like the perfect character they could have killed right then and there in that series finale could have been Father G. Father G could have sacrificed himself for Rosita, the baby, hell, even for Eugene, and have him die instead of Rosita. In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. Like I said, it really just depends on if the actress really wanted to leave. There was no way to convince her. If it's like a John Dory situation or a Nick situation, you know what I mean, Frank Delane situation where it's like the actress no, I want to leave. I'm not signing another contract. You can't convince me. I would be like, okay, then yeah, I guess they don't have a choice. Let's see.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, not to cut you off, Bob. Right? Yeah, I heard about that too. And I'm like, I'm like, okay, yes, I did heard about that, but this was my question going through my mind / head. I'm like, okay, this was the question: was the actress unhappy with how Angela Kang handled her character? Like, was a part of her unhappy or unsatisfied with the way Rosita was being handled in season 10 and 11? Like, this is my question. Like, was a part of the actress unsatisfied with how the showrunner was handling the character in the show?
I mean, we know Ezekiel was, Kari Payton.
Yeah.
We know he was. So the only deaths would be Luke and Jules. I didn't say that I chosen. I just said like, would it have been possible to switch Rosita with somebody else if they didn't choose anyone else? No, she wanted to leave. That's why she asked Angela Kang to kill her off. Yeah, see, that's what I'm just wondering. Did she say something like, no, I won't return even in one of the spin-offs? If that's the case, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, they don't have a choice. Really. She didn't want to leave. She wanted closure on her character. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. But she literally has she would have had closure if she lived too, wouldn't she have?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Is it like, okay, she really wanted to get killed off. She really wanted to leave the show. Was she full on done? Was there potential of her to, keep living? Because like I said, first off, guys, let's address the elephant in the room. Jerry is the luckiest guy in the zombie apocalypse. He has never been tortured, injured. He has a wife and 3 children. Like, can we honestly give a round of applause for Jerry? He is the luckiest guy in the zombie apocalypse. And here's the thing. Him and his wife, Nabila, they're 3 kids. All of them are their 100% blood children. Okay. Meanwhile, Coco is an orphan. Judith and RJ are technically orphans. Gracie is an orphan, technically. You know what I mean? Coco is an orphan. It's just like everyone's an orphan. Like the kid characters.
Yeah, that's so dumb. And not to cut you off, that's a little ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, in my honest opinion, this is why I don't like Rosita's death. I'm sorry. I need to be honest right here, right now. I'm sorry. I need to be honest right here. I can't lie. I have to be honest. What was the whole point? And Epic probably agree with me on this. What was the whole point of giving Tara Rosita's comic book death in the show just to kill off Rosita two and a half seasons later? And what's the point of giving Rosita a daughter if Rosita's just gonna die anyway? Like, am I not wrong when I point that out?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I understand the actress wanted to move on, but I don't know. A part of me, I don't know, that still bugs me a bit. I'm like, really? So you're basically telling me that the heads on space were for nothing.
If it was a Frank Delane situation, then yeah, I completely understand. The actress wanted to leave. There was no hope for the character to come back or the actor. So if that's the case, then I'm like, okay, I can't fault the show. If the actor wanted to leave, can't fault the show in a way, because that's outside their control.
Like, the one thing I'm a little confused on is why Kari Payton was so, like, unhappy with Ezekiel's ending. Okay, like, Ezekiel got such a happy ending. He got to be the leader of a community again alongside Mercer, and why is he so unsatisfied with that?
I guess because, like, Ezekiel got very little screen time at the end. But it's like, looking back on it, I'm like, well, you can't really blame the show in that way because there's so many characters. But then again, it's like, yeah, the show should have killed off more. Hold on, guys, I gotta read the chat. So she didn't want to leave. She wanted closure. Okay, really like 11B. I'm not sure saying Rick is the cure. Oh, I'm saying that there's a shipment of stuff he receives. I wonder what it is, though. They pulled an Avengers Endgame on us. I don't know. I feel like Avengers Endgame did it better, though. Or whatever they're doing in their labs. So you're not going to watch the Negan and Maggie show, but watch Fear. No, Henry, I'm not watching Fear. I told you guys, I'm done with Fear. Nobody watches your old vids. I did. Yeah, I guess he did. Maggie and Carol reactions to Rosita getting bit was sad, since they were really close friends. Yeah, that's true. Stephen Young came back saying, thank you for watching the show. That's awesome. I know he did. I just haven't watched it. Rosita used the Force. LOL, she pushed those zombies without even touching them. Yeah, she did. Rosita went Ultra Instinct in that scene. Rosita was the best female character the show ever had. I think maybe so, too. I didn't think about it at first, but yeah, looking back on it, I'm like, wow, yeah, Rosita might have been the best female character. Daryl didn't even get to say goodbye to her. Yeah, that's true. First Carl and now Rosita. What is with Daryl not saying goodbye to his friends who are bitten by zombies?
I know, right? What's up with that? Like, not to sound negative or anything. What is going on Daryl's side? Like, is he in traffic by zombies or something? Like, what's going on there? I'm like, Yeah, you're right. First Carl died in the show, and then Rosita died in the show. It's like, what's going on? I don't know. That's a little
Yeah.
Maybe it's cut. Like maybe Daryl is just so numb to pain at this point that losing people close to him doesn't affect them. I don't know.
But that's not the case though, Epic, because he cares. He tells them he kills zombies and people to protect them. Daryl clearly shows he cares for them. So when they die and he doesn't react to it, it doesn't really fit in the character. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't get to see Annie in this episode. Realistically, she would have had Negan's child. Unless in the Nagy show they say that Annie died in childbirth or something like that. And maybe the child. Yeah, can you imagine if they kill off Annie off screen? I'm not watching.
I mean, I would say, I will say this. I would be like this. I'll be like, listen. So you killed off Rosita off screen. You killed her off screen in season 11, episode 24. But now all of a sudden you're telling us as the viewers that Annie died off screen. I'm like, okay, even if Annie dies off screen, why is Negan even going to go to New York with Maggie? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, we don't know if that's going to happen. But, okay, so then we get Pamela arrested. I love how she walks to the gates and you see Walker Lance and no one's trying to stop her. It's like, oh yeah, Pamela, go ahead, kill yourself. Or get grabbed by a zombie. We don't care. But man, guys, was it an explosion at the end? Also, they burned Pamela's house down. I love it. The best middle finger to that, you know what? Oh my goodness. And it was Pamela's house, actually, like with the stereo. Not stereo, record.
And to make that better, Carol later on when she's in jail says to her, like, we don't gotta, like, no one has to worry about your house anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's just crazy. Yeah, they had really good effects with the fired explosion. Man, this looked way better than the CDC explosion in season 1. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was just an awesome explosion.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me just read the rest of the chat. Daryl didn't even get to say bye to her. Besides Rick, Michonne, Daryl, Negan, and Maggie, are there any other big characters like Eugene, Gabriel, Mercer, etc. going to appear in the spinoffs? I don't think those characters will be gone forever. Yeah, absolutely, Henry. I think we will see Eugene and those characters in the spinoffs, but I think it's going to be the very end of the Rochon show where they're going to fight the CRM once and for all, because we know the CRM are the final threat in the Walking Dead franchise. We know they're going to be the final threat. Virgil was pointless in the season. Right. He never came back. Yeah. Virgil was completely pointless. And hey, guys, I know the wiki does not say it, but we all know Virgil's dead. We all know he died off screen. When the Commonwealth took over Alexandria, we all know it happened. Virgil's dead, completely pointless. Just, yeah.
I don't understand. Well, to be fair, bro, I don't understand what was the whole point of keeping that character alive. Again, Virgil. If you're gonna kill Virgil, just kill him in season 10. Season 10B, just kill him. Why have him stick around? This is my problem. Why have a character stick around if you're not even gonna do a single thing with the character? Same thing with Scott. Same thing with all the other pointless characters. Why have them around if you're not even gonna do nothing with them?
I don't know. Guess the show doesn't have the money to bring the actor back. I don't know. I seriously don't. Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Well, I found it interesting near the end of the episode. Also, did you notice Carol's new haircut?
I did, yeah. I noticed that too. I don't get how she went from the Commonwealth to Alexandria, and then she's all of a sudden a hilltop. They did that scene kind of weird. But it was fine. Like, it was just like, I'm like, wait, what? They're all in these places. But yeah, when she cut her hair, I find it interesting that she has Lance's job. You know what I mean? But this is a head scratcher though, guys. So Ezekiel is the governor. I get that. But who's the general? Cause he called Mercer his lieutenant governor, but that's not a real thing. And then I'm thinking,
realistically speaking, not to cut you off, right? Realistically speaking, if there's going to be a co-leader, right? Of course, in my opinion, the co-leader has to be called general. Either general, either general or co-leader. Either general or co-leader, because that's how we know that yes, there is a second leader / second in command, that being the co-leader / general of that community.
Yeah, but they just said it was Carol. They literally said
For
Carol.
Alexandria. They said that Alexandria. Yeah, they said Carol was a new leader for Alexandria. However, with Ezekiel and Mercer, that was established that Ezekiel and Mercer are the new leaders of the Commonwealth. Ezekiel being the new leader, and Mercer somewhat being the second in command.
Yeah,
the co-leader.
I don't think that fits. I just gotta voice my opinion. I don't think that fits because one, if I was Jerry, I'd be pissed off. I would be like, really? I'm your best friend. You make him your second? What? I'm sorry, I had to. But I didn't know Carol was the leader of Alexandria. I thought, Daryl said that she had Lance's job, so I thought she was second in Commonwealth. So I'm like,
they made her the new leader of Hilltop, because realistically speaking, who else is going to get that job?
No, Maggie.
Who else is going to get that position?
Maggie's leader of Hilltop, at least for now.
Speaking of Hilltop, do you think that community's gone forever in the show?
No, I think Alexandria is going to be gone forever. Like, we're never going to see Alexandria again, even in the spin-offs.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they took down the set. They took down.
I know they took down the set. I know they took down the set. I'm just saying, like in the show, do you think Alexandria is still going to stay up?
Oh yeah, they fixed it.
But only this time, Hilltop is gone forever.
No, but they fixed Hilltop and Alexandria. Didn't you see?
Did they? Interesting. Yeah. I didn't notice that.
And here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. Maggie said that she wants to focus on the future. She wants to find other things out there in the finale. And when I heard that, I'm like, no, that means, is that going to be the reason for the spinoff? Maggie, are you seriously going to abandon Hilltop a third time? Like, as the leader, like, Maggie, you tell me you're not that crazy. Like,
She is. I'm sorry, man. I gotta say this right now. Maggie, I hate to say this from the words that are about to come out of my mouth, but Maggie being the leader of Hilltop in the Walking Dead TV show, in my opinion, no, and no. And even though it doesn't matter now, because who cares, I'm just voicing my honest thoughts and opinions.
Well, it's funny. It matters now because, like, Hilltop is 100% fixed. Like, it looks better than ever. But she's just, like, the spinoff's going to happen and she's going to just be gone. Like, oh my goodness, that's going to be a head scratcher. Rosita. Yeah, go ahead, Epic. And then after you, I got to catch up with the chat.
No, like, what I was originally going to say before I mentioned Carol's new haircut was, a line from Daryl, which I found interesting, was Daryl said to Carol when they were on that bench, this isn't the last time we're going to see each other.
Yeah. The thing is, though, if Daryl's series ends in France, like he's still in France by the end of his show, then yeah, that's the last time they're going to see each other. Because, how is Daryl? I mean, I could be wrong, but didn't they say the Daryl show was going to conclude his story? Unless I'm wrong on that. I hope it doesn't, because Daryl needs to.
How is it going? Not to cut you off. How is it going to end his story when meanwhile, isn't he supposed to or isn't the plan for Daryl to reunite with Rick in the Rick and Michonne spinoff? Like, isn't that the plan?
I hope so. Hopefully it is. I'm just saying that I heard a rumor that but it could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that. Yeah, I'm just saying that Daryl cannot be stuck in France for ever. Rosita being final to the death of the show was great. Yeah, I definitely think it was better than I thought it was going to be. She was not unhappy. She enjoyed her performance as Rosita this season. Okay, do you want no, Henry? I know you're joking, but no, and it can't happen. Scott is dead. Okay, let's establish that Scott is 100% dead. He died off screen, like the pointless character he was. Gabriel, Aaron, Elijah, and Ezekiel, and at least one more person from Magnus Group should have died. Yeah, I definitely feel like some more characters could have died. But I still really like what we got.
Yeah, like for example, not to go off, like for example, Lydia, Father G, someone else from Magnus Group, like say Connie or Kelly, for example. Who else? Maybe,
Sorry, go
maybe
ahead.
Elijah, maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. It is what it is.
Speaking of Connie, my goodness, Daryl, does Connie need to hold a giant neon sign that says, marry me, for you to get the idea she likes you? Like seriously, Daryl, like, oh my goodness, Daryl, it's been a whole year. They did a 1-year time skip. The characters are now 12 years in the apocalypse, more or less. And Daryl still has not made a move on Connie, has still not tried something. I'm like, Daryl, what are you doing? Like,
It doesn't matter. Brian, hear me out on this, please. It doesn't matter because guess what? I guess Angela Kang and AMC knew, or somewhat knew that, hey, Donnie or Daryl getting with Connie was never ever going to happen anyway. And I'm like, yeah, good, because I lost faith in that a long time ago. So whoop-de-doo, way to go, AMC. You actually did something good. I'm not gonna lie. You actually did something good. Way to go.
Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Epic, and then after you, I've really got to finish the chat. Like, please, no more interruptions. Questions till I finish. But yeah, go ahead.
So, like, during the Rick and, like, I found it interesting how during the Rick and Michonne, like, sequence, you know, like, Michonne mentions, like, something like, your brother is out there. I wonder if she was talking about Jeffrey Grimes or Daryl.
No, she was talking to Judith. She was talking about RJ and yeah. No, we don't need Jeffrey Grimes. Rick, we don't need Rick's fake brother or whatever. No, we got the real thing. We're getting the real thing back. Let's just keep it at that. She was unhappy. She was not unhappy. Let's see. That's what Chris Serrato said. She wanted closure since we won't see most of the characters again, except for maybe one episode in the Rick show. Yeah, that's crazy, Chosen. Only getting all these characters back for one episode, that would be insane. Rosita can now be in peace. Yeah, I know, Josh, but I wish she lived. I mean, she literally
Me
fought.
too!
I know, it just sucks. It's just like, dang it. Henry, he's dead too. Pope is dead too. Chosen says She-Ra comes back as a villain in New Commonwealth sitcom show. It was She-Ra all along. Yeah, Chosen, She-Ra's dead. Like, she's gotta be dead. Honestly, now looking back on it, I wish they never did that Eugene storyline. Because now I'm just thinking of, what was the point of She-Ra? They didn't
nothing. Again, why? What was the whole point of the double fake Stephanie BS? Like, what was the whole point of that? And I hate to say this from the words coming out of my mouth, but bear with me. If Angela Kang read the comic, if she truly read the comic from the bone, she would know and understand damn well that in the Walking Dead comics, Eugene ends up with a girl named Stephanie. But in the show, there's no Stephanie. Instead, there's a girl named Max, and turns out this woman named Max is actually the biological sister to Mercer in the show. And I'm like, the hell? Who's this lady? Where's the real Stephanie? Oh, it's She-Ra. Oh, a plot twist. Actually, She-Ra is a fake person and is actually a spy for CRM. Am I not wrong when I point that out?
No, it's just it's definitely weird. Yeah,
very weird.
Yeah. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Rosita's in heaven now with the others. Man, rest in peace, Rosita.
Do you think Rosita is in heaven talking to Abraham, being like talking about the whispers and all the stuff she went through? That would be sad if that actually was, you know.
No, because heaven's not like that. You don't really talk about what you experienced exactly. It's not exactly like that. Annie and Herschel will probably get taken by CRM somehow. Yeah, see, Chosen, I don't think so. I don't see AMC doing that off screen where it's like, yeah, they got taken. It's like, what? Like, I don't think AMC has the guts to do that, honestly. That's a big thing, and off screen, I can already see a new Rosita tribute in The Walking Dead horror after her death. I can see it too, yeah. According to the fandom, Rick is 50. Dang. Yeah, Rick is 50, man. He's old. From season 4 and 11, what do you think of Rosita as a character? Great character, man, honestly. She might have been my favorite character in season 11, I would say. Yeah, she cut her hair back to season 1. Carol, yeah, that's true. Mercer's job, Vickers could take. Yeah, I don't know, Chosen. Like, if I was Ezekiel, I would look at Vickers and Mercer and be like, Mercer, can you still be the general? I trust you way more than this chick. You know, I still trust you way more. Vickers can Mercer's job. I don't know what happened in the last message. Yeah, I was retracted. I don't know. Do you find the 3 spin-offs to be a bad idea after that Rick scene? Here's the thing. Fear's a bad idea. The Rick and Michonne show, I get it. They had no choice because the movies got canceled and this and that. It's better than nothing. The Nagy and Daryl shows, bad idea. Both of those shows, just bad idea. In my personal opinion. It is said that the episode Daryl is going to Paris. Oh, I know, Josh. I hate that idea. Oh yeah, I know that.
Paris. I thought it was going to France.
Well, Paris is in France.
Either way, how is he going to get over there with his motorcycle?
I don't know, man. Maybe
you really expect me to believe Daryl has enough gas in his bike to make it all the way over there? The hell? Does that make any sense to you guys?
I mean, you're forgetting, dude. Daryl is a god. Don't forget that.
In the
man.
show universe, yeah, but I mean, sure, he is a god. I'm like, sure, he's somewhat of a god. However, his bike is not a god. His bike is just his bike. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Chandler Riggs was an extra during the episode, few scenes. Yeah, I noticed that. He was one of the farmers at the hilltop, but you just see his back. That, man, that would have been so cool. Man, yeah, seeing an older Carl, even if it's fake or a dream, that would have been so cool. Negan left a note for Judith. It was sweet. Yeah, but I just feel like, man, why couldn't we have seen Negan after the time skip? I'll definitely check out Dead City because I love Negan. Rosita is so beautiful. Yeah, she was the most attractive female in the show, I would say. And one of the most attractive female characters in the Walking Dead universe. I can imagine Rosita being like, Rosita, this is what heaven looks like. I don't know. I've never been to
heaven. We'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah, The Walking Dead's never going to show us what heaven is like, I don't think. Hey, Brian, how do you feel? Yeah. How do you feel about Andrea Comic Death going to Rosita? It makes sense because they had to give it to somebody. Hey, Brian, do you think this ending was better than Game of Thrones? I do. Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
It's not even comparable because you're talking about an ending that just disrespected, the character of Daenerys, and I guess a lot of it's not even comparable, honestly, in my opinion, because I think Game of Thrones just is like it's famously bad. Like, everybody loves to talk about it. Even on the red carpet event for Game of Thrones finale, you could just see the actors whenever they were asked about the series finale, all their reactions were just saying like, yeah, it's not good,
Yeah. But to be fair,
yeah, I mean, I will admit this. I will admit this. The series finale of the Walking Dead TV show was decent. However, with the series finale for Game of Thrones, it was, back and forth, like up and down, and I'm like, bruh.
I just find it interesting how both Better Call Saul and The Walking Dead both had great endings.
Yeah, guys, This is it. The Walking Dead just ended. Like, third Walking Dead show to have an ending. First World Beyond, then Tales, and now.
Well, I don't know. I think Tales might be getting a season 2.
I don't think
it confirmed because not to get nobody off. From what I heard, Dead Walker, the ratings for season 1 of Tales of the Walking Dead were not all that good.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's not going to stop them. You see what's going on with Fear.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
But either way, it wouldn't surprise me though, because to be fair with Fear, they don't really care. So why should we care if they're not going to care? You get what I mean?
Hold on, Epic. I gotta finish the chat. Eugene has a child with Max, named her Rosie in honor of Rosita. I saw that. I guess the point of the whole fake Stephanie thing was to show Lance was a liar, manipulator, and did bad things to find out who Eugene's group was. Yeah, I get that, but man, why couldn't they just kill off Shira with that other guy? Daryl and Negan are like 50-something too. Yeah, they old. FC, this ending was better than Game of Thrones epic. Yeah, it was. It's just, let's see, I guess oh wait, darn it, I'm on the wrong. Brian, I wonder why Rick was barefoot. Rick was barefoot because he threw his shoes on the boat. That's the same boat that Michonne finds back in season 10. There's a time issue. Brian, now the Walking Dead story is over, how do you think it compares to Telltale's Walking Dead story? Personally, I prefer Telltale's story. Love both of. Yeah, here's the thing. In terms of which series had better characters, the Walking Dead main show. But in terms of which had a more conclusive, better ending, Clementine's story, it's so good how it ends in season 4. And there's nothing after it. The Clementine comics are not canon. Those don't exist. You should at least watch the first episode of spin-offs and see if they are good, I don't think I'm going to, Henry. I made up my mind. Would you say it beats Rick's final episode? It's close. It's pretty close. Hey, Brian, how do you feel about Eugene and Max having a baby? Man, everyone's having babies. Everyone's having girls. Everyone's...
Brian, I wanted to ask you real quick, I would at least watch a recap because there might be important information that could happen for the future of the Walking Dead universe in those spinoffs.
Yeah, but
I know,
but I made up my mind.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you is that you should do what my friend's doing because my friend's not going to be watching. He's the only one he's going to watch is the Rick and Michonne one, but he's going to watch recaps of the spinoffs because he said, yeah, there's probably going to be important information that if I don't watch it, I probably won't understand stuff that comes after.
Here's the thing. If an important thing does happen, I will try to find out about it, either from you guys or something else. Like, let's say the first season of Maggie and Negan is done. If you guys want to say, hey, Brian, like, this happened, like, you guys can tell me. That's fine. You know what I mean? I just feel like these spin-offs are going to be very fillerish because we know Maggie and Negan and Daryl are not dying in them. You know what I mean? So, So they're kind of fillerish. But like I said, if you guys want to watch them and enjoy them, that's fine. Just me personally, I can't. And like I said, I just don't have the time. There's too many Walking Dead shows. What's your ranking on all the 24 episodes? I have no idea, Josh. That's tough. House of Dragon season 1 had a better ending than Game of Thrones season 8. I heard about that. Did Negan have a son or daughter? I have no idea, Henry, but I think that he had a son. Because everyone's having girls. Was Tales canceled? Not officially, but in my honest opinion, yes, and my gut is rarely ever wrong. Chosen says, third Walking Dead should have an ending. You disrespected Tales, lol. Rightfully so, though. Yeah. On the wiki, it says that second Walking Dead show to end. Yeah, but you know, Josh, that AMC is not going to confirm that Tales is canceled because it's just embarrassing. My favorite character is Kenny from Telltale. Yeah, Kenny was good. Do you consider every spinoff except Rick and Michonne one a non-canon? Well, not exactly non-canon. Here's the thing. I consider World Beyond canon. You know what I mean? As far as the other, I just think it's out there. Daryl going to France and Maggie Negan going to New York. It's gonna feel weird. I'll put it that way. What if the spinoffs are good and we all tell you it is? If it's good, Chosen, tell me how good it is. First. You can watch clips of the spinoffs on YouTube too. Yeah, that's true. The red carpet event was good. Absolutely. All right, guys, I finished with the chat, and now since Dead Walker just came. Oh, okay. Epic. One question, and then I want to hear from Dead Walker his thoughts on the episode.
No, I just wanted to say that I'm sad The Walking Dead is over. This show has changed my life, for the better. It's impacted my life a lot, and I am going to dearly miss it. I really am, because it has changed my life, Yeah,
same, man. It's just, we had to say goodbye, man. Like how we learned with Clementine season 4, The Walking Dead taught us how to say goodbye. All right, Dead Walker. So, I don't know if you caught my earlier stuff. The only... I praise the deaths. The dinner scene with the landslide song, so good. The explosions and the way they ended it, the Rick and Michonne thing, super good. Michonne's Wakanda outfit, it's awesome. The only really flaws I had with the episode were there was a lot of loose ends, like certain characters' fates, and the CRM was still kind of not really addressed. And just the beginning a little bit, but other than that, everything else was really good this episode.
Yeah, I think it was. I I mean, the thing about it is that Dan said it was the best episode of The Walking Dead in his opinion. I wouldn't say. I mean, I could say it's close, but I could say it was one of the best they've done in a long time. I said that the past two episodes, this one and the penultimate, I think were two of the best ones they've done in a long time, and rightfully so. I think but I just loved all the callbacks in this episode. A lot of the parallels too. The callbacks. With Daryl with Judith on the hospital bed, like Shane and Rick in the hospital type of parallel. The parallel with Rick actually standing in front of the city with his hands up. That I feel like that was meant to be kind of like a parallel of him riding into Atlanta. What else? We Ain't the Walking Dead. I love that. That was really cool. There's a lot of callbacks in this episode I really enjoyed. I feel like that the dinner scene was a callback to what Negan said to Rick in the season premiere of season 7. Was like, "What do you think, Rick? They're all gonna have a sit down, a dinner." Where they showed that dream sequence of Rick like dreaming like a dinner sequence with the group. I thought that might have been like kind of like a callback to what Rick said, where everybody had like a dinner, sequence where I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I guess the only flaw I had with the episode was that it wasn't. I guess there weren't enough deaths, but I guess it's just kind of like it's just Angela Kang. She's just very, I guess, too attached to these characters, and I guess Rosita was this was a very Rosita filled part of the season. This is a really good Rosita season, so I guess it fits when it comes to that. But yeah, I thought it was amazing. I thought that the way that they brought back Rick and Michonne at the end was actually way better. I think it was perfect. I actually thought that it was just gonna be like a 30-second clip, but it was more like a 5-minute little thing. And I was just it was an amazing episode. The effects were really cool, especially with the explosion. Yeah, I just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, well, like, oh yeah. So Josh, a few more deaths is just like me personally, but it didn't bother me with the episode. But then the beginning too, like, yeah, absolutely, man. So, like I said, okay, so the beginning, I don't know if you heard my opinion, but when Daryl got knocked out in the hospital, I'm like, wait, what just happened? I'm like, are you telling me Daryl seriously got knocked out off screen by a Commonwealth soldier? I'm like, what? Daryl? He's a god. I'm like, what? Are you kidding? We've seen the Commonwealth soldiers. They're incompetent. Like, you know what I mean? Like that part in the beginning, I didn't really like. You know what I mean? Because that's just like, what?
Hey,
but,
Brian.
yeah, but like, yeah, that was kind of it. Like the hospital stuff, that was the only flaw with the hospital scene. Just that beginning part.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, yes, Epic.
Like, I just have to say that at least I've achieved my goal. Okay, my goal was to watch The Walking Dead from season 1, from the beginning all the way to the end. I've done that now.
Yeah, it depends what you want to watch after, but yeah, man, The Walking Dead is over. Well, Josh, if I do that, that is completely on accident, because they're just, well, they have similar names. But yeah, okay, so
I think that okay. So one thing I actually wanted to bring up was that I actually think that the ending confirms that Rick actually talked to Major General Beale, because I don't think it was Major General Beale that was talking. I think it was that he's mentioned like he's like it's like what he told you. There is no escape for the living. I think that was like just another soldier that maybe Rick knew. Maybe it was that I don't know, but I think that it was just the person that was higher ranking in the CRM. But he's kind of like just rephrasing of what General Beale told him, like there's no escape. You're not going to be able to escape us, type of thing.
Yeah, that was not General Beale. General Beale would not fly a helicopter to catch Rick, who's an escapee. Like the general would not do that.
Just, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Brian. Sorry.
Do you think that General Beale was actually the person that said that to him?
The person who said that line, like, yes, you can't escape the living. I think we'll see that in the Rick and Michonne show. And, man, I cannot wait to see who they cast as General Beale as the antagonist in the show. Because I hope it's Dominic Purcell, man. I really hope it is.
That'd be awesome.
Where did that come from?
Well, somebody said, I think Walker Dead suggested it to me. Maybe it was someone else
Yeah.
though. But I mean, like, dude, I saw him, man. Dude, he's built. He's got the right,
It's like
age.
it kind of reminds me like a Dave Bautista type of looking guy.
Yeah, dude, the general being that, like, oh my goodness, dude. Like, I want a villain who's. Here's the thing, though. I hate it in certain stories where the main villain is weaker than his henchman. You know, like we've had that with so many villains, you know what I mean? In The Walking Dead, like Pope, like Pamela. But here's the thing though, you know how in cartoons, how in Avatar, the final boss is like the toughest of them all? That's what I want in The Walking Dead. I want General Beale to be so tough he can beat down Rick and Daryl in a fight, like both of them. Like, this is a guy that's like, oh yeah, you're not beating him in a fight. Like,
Yeah,
what?
and I think that honestly, and I mean, I guess one thing you had to think about was that okay, so this ship, I actually looked on the map. The river that I think it makes sense because if it actually is going down this specific river, it would hit right on. If it's coming from Pennsylvania at the edge of Pennsylvania on this river, it would hit if a storm happened and the boat moved all the way down this river a certain amount, it would hit right on Bloodsworth Island. So it would make sense that this boat during a storm would actually, I guess wash ashore just because of it moving down this river all the way. So I guess it makes sense if you think about it. But I guess it confirms that Rick actually was never on that island. He was just, that stuff was just thrown there, and the boat just was traveled down that river for a while, and then ended up on Bloodsworth Island.
Yeah. Hey, absolutely. Hey, Walker Dead, you have a question from Joshua? I don't know if you see it.
No, I do not see it because what's his question?
Is there a reason you're going to do a Rosita series on your channel?
I mean, if he wants to ask more about that, he can. If he wants to, he can send me a message directly. But in regards to that, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil as to why. But going back to The Walking Dead, the series finale. Like I just said a few minutes back. Yes, there were some things enjoyable with the episode. And I do agree with that, Walker. Like, they could have been more depths, but I mean, if you really think of it, right? I don't know. It is what it is.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
So me personally, I just want to thank you for being on this journey with me. Like it's been quite the journey with The Walking Dead from the beginning all the way to. Thanks for being on this journey with me.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, I want to thank you guys too. Since season 9, like 4 years, I think we've kind of started this channel, and yeah, I mean it's grown, and I thank you guys so much. Like, yeah, The Walking Dead main show is over, but there is still more Walking Dead that will be coming to my channel. It's just that my channel is not going to be just primarily Walking Dead. I'm going to do other stuff. I'm going to talk about the Gears of War show, and you guys know I talked about Zootopia Plus. Like, I love that series. And like, I'm going to talk about the Rashomon show. You know what I mean? Like I'm still going to do Walking Dead. I'm still going to do live streams and this and that. It's just that it's not going to be as much Walking Dead as it used to be. Cause like I said, I have other priorities in my life, but also I really just want to review things on my channel that I'm really passionate about. And now that the main show's over, I kind of want to spread, be more, I want to do more variety, sort of thing. So yeah.
Because I remember like it was yesterday. I was 12 to 13 years old. I was living with my mom back then, and I was like flicking through the TV, and I see this show called The Walking Dead, and I watch it. I immediately get hooked, and ever since that day, just The Walking Dead has really changed my life.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hold on, guys. I have some questions in
Hold
the
on,
chat.
Brian. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Oh, okay. Let me just. Oh yeah. Yeah. Pearlie Armstrong. That's gonna be the villain in the Nagy show. You keep skipping my question. How would you guys rewrite this episode? Josh, I already mentioned it. I would have had a CRM reveal. The characters find out that the CRM exists. We get full on confirmation. He typed in the chat. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to be ending the stream very soon. Let's see. Yeah, another 5-10 minutes and I'm ending the stream, guys. I just have so much to do. I know this is the final episode, like stream kind of thing, but we are going to do a stream about the entire series, like sometime, I think before New Year's, or maybe on New Year's, we'll do like a Walking Dead series review kind of thing. And then maybe like predictions for the Rashon show and this and that. It's just I got so much. I got to watch a whole bunch of reactions. My family needs me for stuff, and I got to really do a lot too with other things like Extinction. I got to get back to that. I'll always cherish and love The Walking Dead, a special place in my heart because it impacted me so much. Rosita deserved better. Yeah, she did, but sadly, The Walking Dead characters don't get what they deserve, per se. How does the episode rank between every other episode in your opinion? I think this was one of the best in season 11. This is definitely one of the best. Is it the best? 100%. Here's the thing. I think it was better than the Connie and Virgil episode. I think it was a little bit better than that. Imagine if General Beale is like Nicholas. Oh, I'd be so disappointed with that. Judith was good in this episode. Yeah, she was. Here's the thing I don't understand. Do you guys remember when Judith put that document in her backpack in episode 23? Remember she put the community charter thing? They didn't really do anything with that. I thought she was going to pull it out, but Judith didn't really pull out the paper.
Wow.
I don't know. That was just kind of weird. Not a big thing because I didn't really care about the paper. It's like, it doesn't really matter anyway. I mean, think about it. Sanctuary fell. Oceanside's gone. Hilltop fell, but then now it's back, obviously. And then you have the Commonwealth. So it's like, I feel like they should make another community charter.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Well, how does it make you feel knowing that Daryl and Carol, being the last two season 1 characters, literally made it to the series finale?
I mean, would I have done it? No. In my personal opinion, I don't think I would have kept those characters that long. But here's the thing, though. It's like, well, you have to keep some key season 1 characters, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of true. So it's kind of interesting. Oh, Chosen, that's mean. I am not 56. Okay, I am 26. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm not 50 like Rick Grimes or Daryl. Those guys are 50, man. They're old. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what did you guys think about the 1-year time skip? Do you think that was a good idea? Do you think it should have been more? It should have been... I was just surprised.
More than 1 year's pushing it with the realism just because of... It's not sense just because, like, well, I mean, Judith is older than how old she really is in real life, so it makes it... But if you're going to do, like, 2, 3, 4 years, you got to recast a whole bunch of kids, like RJ and all that stuff, if you know what I mean.
Personally, I was fine with the time skip. It didn't bother me.
I would definitely say, 1 year at the max. Here's the thing. It kind of adds more to the plot hole of like, man, like, why are Rick and Michonne not back yet? Like, seriously. And then you also have to put in the World Beyond characters. But I'm glad it was not any more than 1 year. Because, like, 1 more year, like, more than a year, and I would have ranted. Because I'm like, okay, Rick has been gone. Now, with the 1 year time skip, he has been gone like 8 years from Judith's life, from Daryl's life, like everyone's lives. And Michonne has been gone for like almost 2 years now. And it's like, man, like, what is taking so long? Michonne, last time we saw Michonne, she literally she was in, I don't know where she was, but she was north. And she still didn't find Rick? Like, dang. Like, what is going on? Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Like the scene right before Daryl rides off on his motorcycle. What do you think? What do you think that was like telling you when Daryl said, "I'm going to find them. I'm going to bring them back"?
I think that's, well, first off, I feel like it's false advertising because Michonne and Rick are not in France. But I feel like they're going to tie it in at some point in the Rick and Michonne show. But, it's sweet. He's making a promise. Judith is safe. And, it's kind of understandable. He's like, I'll find them, bring them back. But it's like, well, Daryl, here's the thing though. It's like, how long are you going to be gone too? Because like Michonne has been gone for almost 2 years, and like she took a boat. Like Daryl, you're going to lose. Your bike is going to run out of gas in like a day. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's a bit of a head scratcher. Imagine how funny it would have been if they stuck to the comics, did a 25-year time jump, tons of makeup on Daryl, and everyone will make him look 80 years old. Yeah, no, Daryl will look exactly like the same. He'll be 100. I'm kidding. No, he'll be 75, and he'll still look like the same. That'd be so funny.
You think though? You would think, just because of how Daryl's Superman.
Yeah, because Daryl's a god, man. His blood, dude. His blood can give Judith supernatural powers or diseases. I mean, who knows? You know, just.
Well, then again, I mean, it depends where the bullet landed. Because I mean, I know that I don't want to say fear because I even said like in the video, I said it would be hard to survive something like that, except if you're in the world of the Fear of the Walking Dead, because you can survive anything. And
Yeah,
you're in fear.
yeah, that's true. In fear, you can survive anything: radiation, losing your limbs, mind you.
Getting pushed into a horde of walkers and walking out without a scratch.
Oh yeah, the fact that Morgan survived that without getting bit, but Rosita couldn't. Dang it! Like, come on, Rosita deserved to get out of that more than Morgan. Where does Daryl think?
It would have been really cool to see. It would have been really cool to see Aaron die in this episode, just because of he's like comic book Rick, befitting.
Yeah, and we got Rick back, so it's like, well, why not kill Aaron? Don't get me wrong, I love the actor, he's great, but we're getting Rick back, you know what I mean? So, the replacement Rick, he can go, right?
I mean, maybe they're planning to do an Aaron spinoff. I don't know.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna abandon his community in Gracie too. I hope not.
Honestly, I think that they're gonna show. I think that honestly, we're gonna find out how Daryl ends up in France. But I think that honestly, his main goal is to go and search for Rick and Michonne. But I think he just gets held, of course, by somehow. Maybe he finds a CRM outpost and they end up in France. I don't know. I don't know. I think that their explanation will be, I guess, it'll be decent, just because the way they ended it with Maggie and Negan, where Maggie's like, I think there's more out there. I want to explore it. I guess that's good enough, because it's like, well, okay, that kind of explains why they actually leave. They want to go see what's more out there. And then they explain how Daryl leaves. So I get it. If they do it like that, I wouldn't be too pissed. But then again, you want more explanation,
Exactly. Yeah, hey guys, I'm gonna end the stream like in another minute or so. I'm gonna finish the chat and then let you guys ask one more question. Where does Daryl think he's going? He has no clue where Michonne went. He needs Virgil. Virgil's dead, Chosen. As far as where Daryl's going, I have no idea. Daryl's a god. He's a tracker. He could just do it. Or he needs Dog to follow Michonne's scent. The scent is gone. Michonne's scent is long gone. Hey, Overrays, thanks for coming. Dog is back. Yes, we got to see Dog for like 2 seconds. Oh man, Dog, he gets a happy ending. I hope he has puppies. Yeah, he deserves it. General Beale should be able to beat everyone in the fight except Morales. Morales is dead, Henry. He dead. I'm not surprised to see Rick coming back, because it was obvious he was. Yeah, it's true, Overrays, but I'm glad they did it. Sometimes it's better to do something obvious than not do it, because sometimes you gotta give the fans a reward. Rosita, Maggie, Carol, Eugene, Gabriel, I may be dead, but I always watch over you. Goodbye, my friends. Oh, that's sad. Stop, Josh. That's so sad. Oh, rest in peace, Rosita. Rosita should have left to Fear. Oh, no, Chosen. No, I prefer this over Fear. Her going to Fear. You ready for Fear Season 8? Brian. No, I do not hate Strand. Who would win? Strand or Negan? Definitely Negan. Rosita leaving for Fear would be a bad choice. Rosita can survive. This was a joke. Did Daryl know Rick was alive at the end? I guess he did, Henry, but Daryl's reaction, it didn't seem like he did. What if Matt...
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to say, is if you see my reaction, which I'm going to post here in a few days, I literally was like, that's honestly your reaction, Daryl, to what literally Judith says, and she's literally dying, on the operating table. Like, that's your reaction? Like, I mean, I was like, wow, okay, Daryl. His did not seem like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what if Madison ends up meeting Rick someday? I wouldn't care, Josh. What's up, guys? Maggie, bye, Rosita. We'll miss you so much. Rate the episode without Rick and Michonne. I don't know. 8 out of 10, I guess, or like 7.7. 7.9 out of 10. I don't know. The Rick and Michonne thing really helped. Do not want Madison to go to Alexandria. Yeah, me either. All right, guys. I'm done with the chat. Epic and Deadwalker, if you guys have like one last thing to say or a question, you can say it real quick, and then I'm ending the stream. So thank you guys so much. But yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Yes, go ahead, Epic.
So, do you think RJ in the show was wasted?
Here's the thing. Yes, but he's a child character. He was only damage control for killing Carl. He's a Grimes by blood. And to me, the only point of RJ is like, hey, we got a blood Grimes. That's all that matters. So it's one of those things where it's like, could he be a real character? Yes. But I feel like we just have to be patient. Yeah. All right. And Dead Walker, last comment before the stream ends?
I don't got anything.
Okay, man. Well, thanks for coming. Yeah, man, that's it, guys. The Walking Dead is officially over. I can't believe all the hype they put in the episode this run, and there wasn't Eugene crying throughout the show. We need as much of a finale overall. Not a bad season, but just a bit lousy. I will say I did expect more, but I am satisfied. Wow, I give the episode with Rick and Michonne a 7 out of 10. Wow. By Brian, Epic, Walker Dead, same chosen. Yeah, guys, I'm going to be ending the stream.
Again, I just have to say that it's been one hell of a journey. You know, like I've had so many memories with The Walking Dead, and like I'm sad to see it come to an end, but it's been one hell of a journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, guys, have a good night. Take care. Chosen, my next stream should be out in maybe a few weeks. I need to figure out what I want to do. I'll do a community tab or something and ask you guys what I should do. But yeah, guys, next stream, there will be a next stream, don't worry. And yeah, guys, have a amazing, blessed night. And yeah, guys, that's it, man. The Walking Dead main show has officially ended. We will never get another show like this ever again, with the characters we've had, with the family we've had, and now it is time to say goodbye. We will see some of these characters again, but it'll never be the same exactly. But who knows? Maybe AMC will do something amazing in the future in the Rochon show. We can only wait and see. All right, guys, have a good night. Take care, Epic. Thank you for talking with me. Enjoy the rest of your night, man.
You too, Brian.
All right, guys, take care. Bye. All right, let's see where I am. Farewell. What will you do next week? I'm not sure, Josh. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you guys next time, maybe in a week or so for the next stream. All right, guys, take care.